Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Office Lovers. We are on Haruyuki Otori's route. On Chapter 7, the truth comes out, and I'm pretty sure I know exactly what the truth is. I'm sure he was just lying to me to protect me and getting me to hate him. So let's find out. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. I was overwhelmed that so many people cared about me. Thanks to them, I could cope better with the whole incident with Mr. Otori. But what can I really do, stuck in a hotel like this? I had barely left the hotel for days now. Though at least I was safe from the media if I didn't wander around outside. Just walking around for a little while shouldn't hurt, though. I would probably be safe if I only went out shopping for a little bit. I'm sick of being cramped up in here. It's time to go outside and get some fresh air. Finally brave enough to venture away from the hotel, I headed toward the city. I wouldn't count on being safe yet. The first thing I noticed was all the decorations set up for the Christmas season. Christmas is almost here. I wonder how everyone's doing. Our project had been entirely aimed towards the holidays. All this started happening just as I thought we were making great progress. But no one else on the team really knows what's really going on. I felt terrible, knowing they were working so hard and had no idea what was happening. On the other hand, Mr. Otori. No, I decided I wouldn't think about him anymore. I would somehow have to think about work without thinking about Mr. Otori. But wow, there are so many people here. When I looked around, it really sunk in. Crowds of people littered the streets. I took a look at the calendar on my phone. Oh, it's a national holiday. No wonder so many people were here. With so many people around, at least no reporters or anyone would be able to find me. I wouldn't count on it. Oh, just the person we didn't want to run into. But at least he's not a reporter. Huh? I thought I caught a glimpse of Mr. Otori. Must be someone else. If he was here, there would be a commotion, I'm sure.
Not true. You wouldn't believe how useful a hat is to hide your identity.
Was I speaking out loud? Really? Nice, huh? I was in such a daze that I responded without realizing who it was.
Hey, how have you been?
In the blink of an eye, Mr. Otori was standing right next to me. Mr. Otori, why?
Shh. If you say my name and someone sees me, it'll get nasty pretty quick.
Sorry. Wait, no I'm not. He looked at me with his usual smile. This time, though, I couldn't help but notice how fabricated it looked.
What are you doing here? I'm the one who should be surprised to see you.
It's none of your business.
It is. I'm the one who ordered you to stay at the hotel until this is all over.
Fine, I'm going back then. I turned away from him and stormed off.
Hey, don't run away.
You were the one who pushed me away with your little story. Are you regretting it now? I'm not. I'm going back to the hotel. Besides, I don't even want to talk to you.
Sounds like you really hate me.
Wasn't that the plan? I don't hate you. I just don't want to face you right now.
Very well. Then let me share something with you, then I'll go home.
Did something happen at the office?
Yes, rather. It's more accurate to say it's happening now.
Right now?
Forget it. It's not a big deal.
Then why did you stop me to tell me?
I wanted to tell you that your suspension has been revoked.
Really? This meant I could finally return to work.
You could come back like normal starting next Monday.
Do I still have to work as your secretary?
That's right. The project isn't over yet.
Fine. I'm not gonna say I want a different job. Fine.
It'll be good to have you back again. I'll see you later.
His figure disappeared into the throng of pedestrians. At least I can go back to work, but would I be able to work with Mr. Otori like I used to? I slowly walked back to the hotel, my heart struggling between joy and worry. Before I knew it, the days flew by and Monday was upon me. Today was the day I could finally go back to work. I made my way there, but they just don't give up. It was certainly less than before, but there was still a blockade of reporters in the way. Even at the back entrance? I was just about to head for the back entrance when Mr. Otori stepped out the front door.
Mr. Otori, who is that woman, and what sort of relationship do you have with her?
The reporters insistently surrounded him and bombarded him with questions.
Right now, I have no comment.
He tried to push his way through the crowd, but didn't seem to be making any progress.
You came? Come on, quickly.
Mr. Hyoga! What, is Otori being a distraction here? He ran towards me, took my hand and pulled me toward the building. But there's too many people.
You don't have to sneak around or use the back entrance anymore.
But...
They're distracted. Now's our chance to enter.
He was right. Everyone was focused on Mr. Otori.
Let's go.
Mr. Hyoga led me along for the first time in a while. I went to work through the front door. The first thing that greeted me when I came in were cold stares from my fellow employees. Look what you done to me, Otori. Being looked at like that hurt. I'd become famous, but in the wrong way. Yeah, you're not famous, you're infamous.
Ignore it.
Huh?
Let them say whatever they want. They don't matter.
Mahiro!
I heard you were coming back today. I wanted to be the one who brought you in, but... Looks like someone got to her before we did. Oh well. Looks like we all thought you might need a hand getting inside the building today.
I'm starting to like Mr. Hyoga even more. He's so protective in this, even though I'm with somebody else. Or supposedly.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone. I was so happy to have people that cared about me so much, I almost started to cry. Thank you so much.
Wait, don't start crying again.
I'm fine.
It'll be rude for us all to stand here and talk. Let's go somewhere else.
Okay.
But where? There's nowhere in the office we can go. What about the meeting room or reference rooms? There's people already using it. We can't just kick them out. What, did you think of somewhere?
I know one place that we might be able to go. Mr. Otori's office? Never mind getting permission from him.
This works.
We had all went to Mr. Otori's office. Mr. Otori had just left, and he probably wouldn't get mad if we used it. By the way, where was he going? If he wanted to see me, I didn't think he would have gone and left on his own.
He's not going anywhere.
Huh? But I just saw him go.
He went out to bring the reporters in.
What? Why?
He's going to hold a press conference soon.
What for?
What do you mean? The new products, of course.
Oh.
Well, that's what he'll tell them. Who knows what will actually happen, though. Yeah, he still hasn't said anything about you either.
I see, but where is he going to hold it?
In a meeting room. One of them is large enough for that sort of event.
I still can't believe he's letting them in. I got nervous just thinking about the reporters, and I wasn't even going to talk to them. A short while after that, Mr. Otori's press conference officially started. We were able to see it over the television.
I wonder how it's going to go. Everyone, thank you for coming.
He nodded and then sat down in his chair.
I would love to share with you all the announcements of our new products, but...
He wore his usual smile. I knew he was up to something just by looking at it.
As much as you would enjoy hearing about that, there's something else you must want to know.
Suddenly, the reporters got very excited and started whispering amongst themselves.
What is he thinking? Well, what better time than now to tell? Will you be telling us about the woman you're involved with? Of course. Who is she? Is she really an employee of yours? Before I answer that...
He picked up the microphone and stood up from his chair.
There's something I want to say to you all.
He slapped the table with a resounding boom.
Firstly, what gives you the right to stalk her and snoop around her house? That isn't to say that I'm not partially to blame for it, but... because of you, she didn't even have the freedom to go outside. Does that make you happy?
Mr. Otori...
If you want to follow someone around, then make it me. She is just a normal, frightened girl. I don't care who you are. If you continue to pester her, I will confront you.
His ferocious threat scared the reporters into silence.
Secondly, I'm disgusted that you call her my plaything or one-night stand. We are officially dating, so you can't call it anything like that.
Huh? I was so shocked that I couldn't even speak. Yeah, it would have been nice if you consulted me on this first.
What's that about? Were you really dating him?
No, we aren't.
Quiet, he's still talking. Sorry. Despite your claims, we are not in any sort of perverse relationship. Is your relationship serious? Of course, I'm dating her in the hopes that we might marry someday.
What?
Looks like you're even more surprised than them.
Of course I am. I wondered why he was telling them these lies. Don't tell me this is all his plan. He had some sort of plan for sure, but how would what he's saying now be good for the company?
Whether she's an employee or not doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that I love her. That's kind of embarrassing.
Oh, look at you blushing. If only he knew how much more embarrassing it was for me, he might not have said that.
I don't care how much you insult us. I will continue loving her forever.
Can I turn this off? I couldn't watch it any longer. It was embarrassing, but for the sake of the company, knowing that made it much harder to listen to.
Keep watching. This is just the beginning. The main event is about to start.
Does he know what's going on? He knows the plan? To me, it seemed like it was already over.
That's all I had to say about the matter. Now, I would like to make some announcements regarding our new lineup.
Mr. Otori calmed down once again and started to talk about the new products.
Hey, are you really dating him?
No, he never even confessed to me before.
Oh.
What had Mr. Otori been thinking saying all that stuff? I couldn't see any reason that it would affect the company in any way. However, little did I know it would cause a huge shift in the company that no one saw coming. It was a few days after Mr. Otori's press conference. I noticed a huge change in the atmosphere of the office right away. Hello? Yes, you want to know more about the new product? Sure, let me transfer you. Sure, I can help you place an order. My prediction was completely off. The entire floor was full of joy and cheerful voices. The orders for seasonal products following his press conference were through the roof. There were so many coming in, even people from the marketing department had to help take calls. Why had it ended up like this? It was all because of Mr. Otori. His proclamation of love resounded through the hearts of women worldwide. After nothing but bad news recently, there was no disputing that truth. The company was blossoming once again, just as Mr. Otori had predicted. I'm not sure how I should feel about this. It was safe to say the project was a huge success. Considering how happy the team was, that much was obvious. I, for one, didn't share the same enthusiasm as the others. This good fortune had been made by my sacrifice. At least I don't have to see him anymore since I'm back in marketing. Though deep down inside, I knew that some part of me loved him. But all that he said about me at the press conference weren't his true feelings.
If you keep sighing like that, you'll never be happy.
Huh? I suddenly heard Mr. Otori's voice and jumped up in surprise.
Have it rough?
You scared me. Why could he never approach me like a normal person? He's the ninja boss. What's the CEO doing here? Why are you asking why? You're supposed to think he's dating me, right? A commotion spread around the office like wildfire.
Can't talk here, can we? How about my office?
Okay. Okay, I'll meet you.
Don't say that. Let's go together.
But I still have work to... He grabbed my arm and forcefully pulled me up and across the office. That's not nice. Be gentle. Mr. Otori pulled me along the way to his office. Cut it out already. I twisted my arm away from his grasp.
Whoa, no need to be so violent.
You're the one who dragged me here. If you have something to say, be quick about it.
Settle down. You need to learn how to chill out.
If that's how you're going to be, I'm leaving. I'm too busy for this.
Wait.
When I went to leave, he jumped in front of the door and blocked me.
Jeez, I was only joking.
I don't have time to listen to your dumb jokes.
Why are you so angry?
What do you mean, why? You know why. You did this on purpose. Angry? No. I wasn't angry at all. Really? You should be. Confused was a better word for it. I didn't know how to behave around him.
You a little stressed out about how busy it's been here lately?
Oh, don't play dumb. Thanks to you, the phones are ringing off the hook.
Was that a jab? You sure you aren't angry?
For the last time, I said I'm not angry. If that's all you had to say, I'm leaving.
I do have something to say. Something important.
His smile vanished, and he looked at me with a stern expression.
I did something terrible to you. First, I wanted to apologize for that.
He bowed to me, showing his remorse. What now? You sure took your sweet old time to do it.
I know it's late, but I want to apologize anyway. It was all my plan. I used you. And in order to get our company back on track, I said we...
Enough! I didn't want to hear it any longer. It made everything I did until now seem so fake. Including the time I spent loving him.
But something happened that wasn't part of my plan. I really did fall in love with you.
Really? So he didn't plan that from the beginning? Oh, so he actually wasn't in love with me at the beginning like everybody else was. What?
I'm surprised myself. I never intended to in the first place. Before I knew it, I had really fallen in love with you.
His words stunned me. I'll believe him. I want to believe you, but...
I understand. I don't expect you to believe me right away. I said so many things that hurt you. I hurt you so much that I don't expect you to trust me. I even banned you from work. But that was the only choice I had to protect you, even if it meant making you angry.
Protect me? From what?
If you came to work, the media would be all over you. I couldn't let that happen.
Had his feelings at the press conference when he vowed to protect me been real?
But now, no matter what I say, it won't change how you feel.
Saying that, he bought a small box out of his pocket.
This isn't meant to get you to forgive me, but I want you to have this anyway.
I took the small box out of his hands.
Go ahead, open it.
Okay. Opening the box revealed a necklace threaded through a ring.
I'm serious about what I said at the press conference.
Which part?
You don't have to worry about it right now. I just want you to believe in one thing. My feelings are genuine, as real as can be. I love you. I really do.
Are you serious?
I am. I love you, Dirili.
Was this really happening? Was it okay to believe him? For real?
Yes.
He reached around me and pulled me tight. Me too. I love you too. Our faces slowly neared, and we exchanged a gentle kiss.
You're so beautiful.
He laid me down on the sofa while holding me tight. Wait, someone might walk in on us.
It'd be good if they did, and saw us together.
Don't be silly. He pecked my neck with kisses.
I left marks all over your neck. Now you won't be able to go back to the office for a while.
Why would you do...
I want to have you all to myself today. Here, and here, and here.
At each location, I felt the warmth of his lips as he made marks on me. But what about work?
I canceled it all for you. Don't worry about time.
Huh?
That's the only way I would be able to fully enjoy your angelic body.
No, wait! He pushed me down onto the sofa. Now there was no way I could escape.
If you're so worried about someone finding out, I wouldn't scream so loud if I were you.
No! Stop, please!
I can't hold myself back after seeing how adorable you are.
I struggled to keep the sound of my moans down.
I wonder how long it takes until you can't hold back your voice.
In what seemed like no time at all, the sun had set and the light was waning. And nobody bothered us this whole time? You have no idea how scary it was to do that right here.
Doesn't that make it more exciting?
You
really are something else. I love that part of you.
Huh? His sudden compliment made me blush red.
What about you? How do you feel about me?
I'll tell him. I enjoy being with you.
Can't you say it a different way? Something more romantic?
I love you, Mr. Otori.
Call me Haruyuki. We're lovers now, right?
I love you, Haruyuki. He leaned and kissed me gently. I made up my mind to trust him completely. I believed that his feelings were real, that he was telling me the truth from his heart. I'm sure our becoming lovers would make for a bumpy road, but as long as we stayed together. I hate it when they end chapters mid-sentence. Well, it's not mid-sentence, they just trail off. I hate trailing off. Chapter 8 will be A Polished Heart. So now that we're over the big hump, I'm sure things will be happier from here on out. Yeah, so it should be all lovey-dovey in Chapter 8, and then our 2 happy endings, and the sequel and date scenario. So we got lots of happy stuff ahead. So hope to see you in the next video or in some of my other ones, and I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.